Example 3. We want to find the integral of x divided by the square root of 1 minus 4x squared dx. Okay, so let's go ahead and write out that integral. So we have the integral of x divided by the square root of 1 minus 4x squared dx. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to rewrite this. We're going to rewrite this so that we have the integral of 1 over the square root of 1 minus 4x squared, and then this x is going to be multiplied by dx. Okay, and so then over here we're going to let u equal what we have underneath the radical sign. And that is 1 minus 4x squared. So now let's take the derivative. So du is going to equal, this is going to be 8x dx. And actually that's going to be negative 8x dx. Okay, so again over here in step 2 we want to solve for x dx. So in order to solve for x dx over here, we need to divide both sides by negative 8. So if we divide both sides by negative 8, then we get negative 1/8 du, and that's going to equal x dx. So now we can actually do the substitution. So that means now in step number 3, we have the integral of 1 over the square root of 1 minus 4x squared is u, times, we know that x dx is negative 1/8 du. So now let's go ahead and factor. We're going to factor out the negative 1/8. And we know that this is 1 over the square root of u, which is the same thing as u to the negative 1/2. And then that's going to be du. And so now what we can do is we can now take the antiderivative. So this becomes negative 1/8, okay, times this is u to the 1/2 over 1/2, and that's plus c. And so if we want to simplify that a little further, we get negative 1/8 times 2 over 1 u to the 1/2 plus c. Okay, now let's go ahead and simplify that a little further. So we know we can simplify the negative 1/2 times 2 over 1 becomes negative 1/4. And that's u to the 1/2 plus c. So that's going to give us 2 possible solutions. So we have negative 1/4. And what did we let u equal? We let u equal 1 minus 4x squared. So that's 1 minus 4x squared to the 1/2 plus c. Or we can rewrite this in radical form. So this would be negative 1/4 times the square root of 1 minus 4x squared plus c. Okay, now let's take a look at this a little further. Let's see what happens here. Now, here, the answer to example 3 could be checked by differentiation. But instead, let's check with the graph. So let me go ahead and pull this up just a little further up here, okay? So, in the figure below here, we have used a computer to graph both the integrand of the function f of x, which is x divided by the square root of 1 minus 4x squared, and its indefinite integral, which is g of x, which is equal to negative 1/4 times the square root of 1 minus 4x squared. And we take the case of when c is equal to 0 in this situation. Now, notice that g of x decreases when f of x is negative and increases when f of x is positive. So and has its minimum value of when f of x is equal to 0. So it seems reasonable from the graphical evidence that g is an antiderivative of f.